The moment her voice tore through the auditorium, time slowed. Hundreds of faces swiveled toward me. I felt their eyes like needles piercing my skin. My diploma, still warm from the dean's hand, trembled in mine. "She cheated her way through college!" my mother screamed. Her voice cracked, feral, desperate. The auditorium gasped. The cameras caught it all. But I didn't flinch. I didn't beg. I simply turned to the dean, leaned in, and whispered the final line of a script I had written months ago. His smile told me everything was working. I wasn't always like this. There was a time I craved her approval. When I was 12, I watched her rise from a waitress uniform to a sharp business suit. She told me success was earned with blood and teeth. I believed her. I worked harder than anyone, grades, internships, nights without sleep. She was proud once, or maybe she just pretended. Back then, she called me her little prodigy. She said I'd do what she never could. But envy is a slow poison. I didn't see it until it was too late. It started small, her jokes at dinner about how I couldn't keep a boyfriend. Then came the sudden silences when I talked about my research. When my first scholarship letter arrived, she folded it neatly and tossed it in the trash. The final blow was quieter. I came home early one evening and found her in the kitchen with a stranger. He was a lawyer. Papers sprawled across the counter. At first, I thought it was for her work. Then I saw my name on the header. A petition to revoke my financial aid, filed by my own mother. Her reasoning? Academic dishonesty. Fraud. That was the night something inside me died. I didn't confront her, not then. Anger is a luxury. Precision is survival. I became patient. While she thought she was orchestrating my downfall, I was already mapping hers. Step 1. Documentation. I pulled every email, every grade report, every recommendation letter. I archived them, notarized them, secured them in multiple drives. Step 2. Exposure. My mother had her secrets too. Affairs with her boss. Tax filings that didn't match her lifestyle. Money funneled into an account in the Cayman Islands. I traced it all. Step 3. Allies. Professors who respected me. Classmates who admired me. Even the dean, who had long suspected my mother's attempts to interfere with the university board. I fed them just enough truth for them to lean my way when the moment came. Step 4. The stage. My graduation. The one place she couldn't resist. And she didn't. She rose like I knew she would, her face red, her voice shrill. "She cheated! She doesn't deserve that diploma!" Security hesitated. The crowd murmured. Cameras zoomed in. Perfect. I walked to the podium, shook the dean's hand, accepted the diploma. Then I leaned in close, my lips barely moving. "Mao." He nodded. The giant screen above the stage flickered. At first, the audience thought it was a malfunction. Then the images appeared. Slides, documents, emails. My mother's emails. Her fraudulent accounts. Her signed petition against me, dated and time-stamped, juxtaposed against the official reports clearing me of any misconduct. The auditorium fell silent, except for the echo of her own words. Words she had written, damning herself. My classmates stared, not at me, but at her. Professors shook their heads in disgust. Parents whispered. Her mouth opened, but no sound came out. She was drowning in a sea of her own venom. And I just stood there, diploma in hand, silent. The fallout was swift. The university launched a formal review, not on me, but on her. The law firm where she worked distanced themselves immediately. Her name disappeared from the company's website overnight. The IRS doesn't ignore offshore accounts. Neither does her boss's wife ignore evidence of an affair delivered in a neat envelope. By the time summer ended, the woman who once sneered at me for needing scholarships was selling her jewelry just to pay legal fees. I never had to raise my voice. She destroyed herself with her own greed and spite. I simply arranged the mirrors so she could see it happen. Do I regret it? No. Regret is for those who hesitate, for those who let betrayal rot inside them until it eats away their bones. I chose differently. At my graduation, the world saw me rise while she crumbled. That was my justice. Now, when I hold this diploma, I don't just see years of study. I see the weight of a mother's envy lifted. She wanted to take everything from me. Instead, she gave me something priceless: clarity. Because the moment she stood up and screamed was the moment I knew I had already won. And the dean's smile? That was just the confirmation.